Hey everybody, one second. Open IV cam as I talk to Siri real quick. That should fix it. I know you're not looking at anything, but I need to get it back up and running. This will fix it right here. We should fix it. There we go. Boom. Looking at the wrong side. Beautiful. What the hell? There we go. Not exactly where it was before, but good enough. Good enough. Oh, this is stuff you're supposed to do beforehand. But you know, streams move. Okay, let's get back into it. I'm gonna pull back into the scene. Wow, I look completely different. This is a completely different shot. What are we doing? This thing's weird. Okay. Let me make sure I got the right. Yep, this is the right one. Boom. I don't know if this is even the right video, to be honest, but here we go. Mamma Mia Pizzeria. My favorite kind of food. It's not this one. For this stream, since this is technically a new one and I had to I was trying to recover it, but I didn't recover it. I'm looking at older videos and reflecting on some things that I'm not exactly too happy about, and also some things I'm very proud of. So it's more of like a channel reflection after 9 years of not really touching this channel, which is crazy to think about. 9 years. Yeah, this is it. It's called This Is Supposed to Untilt You, Caleb. Now, this is around the culture of League of Legends where, you know, this is just what we do. You just tilt, and that was the meta with videos. Like, you get angry, you get upset, and, you know, this is basically what I was doing here. But I was genuinely upset. In this video in particular, and during the 2v2s, I was on Adderall and I was drinking. Not a great combo, right? By no means am I an alcoholic. I am not. I don't drink besides on special occasions. And when we were recording these nights, I was definitely doing that. I was definitely drinking a lot, and it shows in some of these videos. So um, it'll be a little uncomfy, but that's okay. This video didn't even do well, man. And these videos are currently on private as well. I believe the analytics for this video, I only got... look, this is not actually telling me anything. Cool. Go back. Go back down. This only got 51 views. Which, I mean, technically that's not terrible, but it didn't do well. You'll see why. Let me move this over here.
Who the hell wants Classic Zombies? You might as well
Alright,
be playing
I think I'll lean
Pokemon.
into the Annie. I think I have a better leaning to the Annie. I think I have a better leaning to the Annie. I think I have a better leaning to the Annie. I think I have a better leaning to the Annie.
Alrighty. There is something that I am not exactly too happy with. As you can already see just by the beginning of this video, and regardless of the editing choice being not so terrible, a lot of this is aimed and targeted at my friend Chris, who, let me be honest, I'm surprised he didn't stop playing with me afterwards. He's a good friend for sticking around and continuing to play with us after this video. Let me get into the reasons why. I'm already coming into this game tilted. I'm on ADHD. I'm on my medication for Adderall, and I'm drinking alcohol. I'm not coming in with the best positive mindset for being a teammate. I'm coming in with this bougie, douchey content creator brain that's heavily on alcohol. So keep that in mind. Granted, regardless of me being able to handle my alcohol, it shows in this video.
I'm just gonna go in here, and then whichever one shows first, we kill him.
Hey, Caleb.
It's also not that great of a recording. It's not even that great of a recording.
Oh, I messed
Later.
up.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't respect Howard.
You didn't respect the stun. Change it to cyan. Freeze. Who was it? Yeah, I thought so. Are you okay? Flash if you need to. Are you?
Yep.
Aw.
Yeah, whatever. I wish there was someone who can help. I found every type of thing you could imagine.
I'm not gonna go crash.
Okay, so overall, this portion, not too terrible, but you can see it ramping up, right? You can see it ramping up. And I just showed you guys a video in the last little stream bit that I did of Chris being a very good supportive friend when I was learning ADC and doing something that was really a risk. And man, I did not treat him right on a lot of occasions. I treated him to the point where, you know, in the friend group, it kind of was like he was the butt of the joke. And he wasn't. He was really good at the game.
This is a fucking awesome combo right now. I'm at my limit. Not my limit.
It just started.
I'll tilt you, Caleb. Bye.
Awesome.
Potions weren't ticking soon enough. Sad day.
I was level 5. Why would you go in?
Good question. Let's hear the answer.
Because I could. Don't judge.
Answers! Every
You
time.
asked.
I mean,
I
you
answered.
did. You did answer. Like, fucking, I could respect the answer. What's the point of giving Chris shit? He's not gonna fix anything.
Why did I say that? Why did I say that besides, you know, making that for the video? Right? And Chris has a habit, and had a habit, of going in a lot, of jumping in on certain occasions. He wasn't afraid to take a risk. That's the way he played the game. Like, who cares? Right? This is just a 2v2 game. This isn't even like a legit serious game. This is just us dicking around. Like, there was no need for that comment, buddy.
When the fuck has it fixed anything before? Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. Oh boy. This is supposed to untilt you, Caleb. This is supposed to untilt you. I'll fucking choke you out, but this is supposed to untilt you. I'm gonna choke you the fuck out, but this is going to untilt you.
But you were the one that suggested this.
Ooh, I know, because I didn't know it was gonna be like this. You think I'm gonna go in there thinking that this is gonna be like this?
I keep going to buy things. I'm just like, they haven't updated the fucking purchase.
See, yeah, there's a little bit of accountability there. Just a smidge, though. There's not really a lot. There's not enough where I can warrant, like, it being okay. Because it's not okay. This is just an excuse for me to shit on my friend for some views. That's what it comes across as. Regardless of what my intentions were, just having fun. Honestly, this is what it looks like.
Streams in this mode. It's like, this is not the proper build path anymore.
Oh, I'm stupid.
I'm stupider.
Out of here.
if you did that after you fed, I swear to God, Chris, let me have that one thing.
There's a couple of moments where, you know, it does fit because he is playing into it a little bit. Of course he is. But that does not mean that, you know, these are like little you know, when when you're around friends and they're like giving you little playful daggers essentially. This is more of like a longsword going right in the side. This is what it feels like. This isn't really playful anymore. This is just me being an asshole. Straight up.
Wow. Okay, guys, you guys are fucking awesome.
Oh, you have ghost.
No shit, I have ghosts.
Get him, Timbers. Get him.
You have
Get 'em.
ghosts. Of course,
Get
that's
'em.
the reason why I bought it, because I didn't want to fucking deal with this.
Get him, Timbers.
Oh my. Fucking get away. What are you doing?
Dying.
See, you see it ramping up, right? The ramp up is meant to tilt, for you to share my frustration, as if he's not frustrated with not being able to play a normal game of League of Legends like he wants to. He would definitely prefer to play a normal game of League of Legends, but he's indulging me in this 2v2 thing because he's my friend. The fuck am I doing? This series is, or these particular videos are literally an excuse to use my friend for views. It's shitty. Why would I do this? Regardless of it being funny. So you hear Chris laugh. I never peeped that one before. So yeah, he's playing into it and he is having a little bit of fun, but this is coming at his expense. So at least he's able to laugh at his own misery, I guess. That's shitty.
I don't care anymore. Wonderful. What is this? Oh,
That's what's up. Alright, Katarina's up. I don't want to die.
It doesn't matter what I do, man. It doesn't matter what I do. I can do whatever I want. I could play fucking Gale. I could play fucking the goddess of all champions, the almost undying Tryndamere. It doesn't matter what I play. They'll find a way. They'll find a way.
See, this portion.
Okay.
Good play.
I stopped caring right now. I can't.
Why did I say that? What in the fuck is the point of me saying that? That does nothing. There's no benefit besides throwing an extra dagger at him for a game that doesn't even matter. This is just us digging around in a 2v2. Technically, it's a 3v3 mode, I think. What's the point? What did I get? I got nothing from that. Besides, how many views? Oh, right. 51. And I'm actually kind of glad that this didn't go viral or anything, or didn't gain any traction, because I wouldn't be happy with that. Because I spent more time editing a video that was shitting on my friend than I did when we were all playing together, and I could have made him, or lifted him up and made him look better, you know? This was part of the League of Legends trap. This toxic behavior. This was the meta back when League of Legends was, you know, kind of the king of content, or gaming content back then. So I fucking hate this. I'm going to be honest. I did a great job editing. I find it very funny, me losing my mind, because it does come at my expense too. But it's more coming at his expense than my expense, because I'm implicating that him doing what he wants to do is going to fuck with my mentality and who I am as a person. As if this fucking matters. It doesn't matter at all. It's just a game that we're supposed to be enjoying and playing. This is just coming from my perspective.
I can't do anything against stuns. Like, that's my problem right now. Is like, I knew I was gonna have a bad lane either way. I
You should
knew.
just want to do it because then she can at least.
No, I would have gone bad into Pantheon too. Pantheon actually fucks me harder.
Oh, what's wrong?
Honestly, Pantheon fucks
both
better than 100.
Yeah,
Matter.
but you couldn't do much. Even saying
Oh, wait,
that,
what?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say.
What happened?
I don't care, cause this is so dumb, guys. This is the fucking stupidest shit. I swear, you can fucking leave me alone, alright? Like, I did nothing to you guys. Literally, I can't do anything to you guys. You guys can leave me the hell alone. So take a biscuit break, eat your biscuit. You guys want it fair and square. Obviously, what the hell happened? Don't know what happened. Don't give a shit. Here we go. Time for fun time. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, dude, shut down. Get her, Timbers.
Awesome. Doesn't really matter. Oh, God.
Welcome up, Timbers.
Okay, this portion of the video, fine, whatever, right? Because we're both me and Chris are kind of in the mentality of like, there's nothing we can do. We're just gonna dick around at this point, right? But at what expense did I do that? I promise you, we're still friends to this day. If I called him up and asked him about this and showed him the video, he probably wouldn't care. Because that's just who he is as a person, because he doesn't care. Like, legitimately, that's just who he is. He doesn't hold on to grudges like that. He's a good person. I'm surprised he didn't stop playing with us. I would stop playing with that guy. That guy sucks. He's a shitty friend for doing that. And honestly, that's the reason why I privated it. But I'm not going to private a lot of these videos. They're going to be public. They're going to be public. But I'm not going to be shying away from the fact that I'm not proud of a lot of these videos. I'm not. It's a reflection of a time where, you know, it was easier to shit on my friends than actually be better, strive to be better, try to do better content. In order to do better content, I have to make my friends feel worse? Awesome, let's do that. Hell yeah. No, that's not cool. Never was cool, never will be cool. So, yeah, that's a thing that I'm working on. But like I said, this portion of the video is fine because I'm just created a goofy experience at this point. That's all it kind of became at that point. But like, at what expense? So yeah, that's just me reflecting on that. Because a lot of these videos are going to be unprivated and put back into the public domain because, you know, I don't know why I'm afraid to showcase these times. Probably from what I just mentioned, I will say that much. Probably from what I just mentioned about it, but look, life moves on. We can't hold on to these grudges. I can't sit here and feel like, oh, I'm not going to sit here and reflect and be like, oh man, this shouldn't have happened because it did. Life happens, man. But we can be better in the future. I promise you guys, I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to be here an hour later and be thinking about this and being like, how dare how dare I do this to Chris? I'm not going to do that because all that's doing is just beating myself up for the sake of beating myself up. No, I'm not doing that. But I can look back at it and be like, I could have treated my friend better. How do I fix that? Just treat people better in the future. See, I am filled with flaws. We all are. Be willing to show them. Put a mirror up to your face and be like, okay, this is not something that I exactly like about myself. How do I fix it? Or, this is something I can't change. In a lot of people's cases. In one of my cases, I can't change ADHD. I can't do that. Tried. Doesn't work. It's neurological. You got to work with it the best that you can. Some days you can't work with it because it just makes you into a husk, a puddle on the floor, nothing. That's how you feel. Imagine depression amplified by twice. Imagine happiness, amplified by twice. Imagine anger, amplified by twice. That's basically what ADHD does with your emotions. When you're angry, boom. Now imagine putting alcohol in the mix. I don't know what this guy was thinking during this time. It wasn't good things. He had no filter. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me look back on some other things as well. So we're going to move on to, I'm not exactly sure. There are some really fun videos that I am very proud of that I do want to look back on. That's one of my earplugs. And I do need to take a shower because my hair is looking real stale. So I'm not going to be necessarily online for too much longer. But I do want this to be like a thing that is noted. We're also going to have to really look into some rechargeable batteries for our setup because we have these mics. This is the mic I'm using today. I used the other mic and it caught a lot of audio essentially, a lot of noise. So I'm trying to prevent that. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to prevent that. Yeah. And these things take batteries, so we need to look at rechargeable batteries. You know what? I'm just going to put that on the list because I'm just saying it and I'm not doing anything about it. The lists are on my phone. I'll write it as a reminder in my computer. Rechargeable batteries before Friday. All right. Make sure to get rechargeable batteries tomorrow at some point. Because obvious reasons. Reasons I just stated for our D&D game. I do have another channel that I operate on called Dungeon Pizza. We've been doing that for the last few years. And we created our own universe of sorts. It's where I put a lot of my energy and time into. A lot of my love and my heart went into that. So why, if I can do that with that channel, why can I not do that for myself? Wow, growth. I've never heard of a thing like that before. Another thing that I really enjoy is, when I look back, is that me and Giselle had some really good times. Like really good times. When I really got into League of Legends, before I moved to Georgia, I played League of Legends a few times with Chris and Joe. And Chris and Joe were really into League of Legends before I was like really hopping in on the train. I only really hopped in on the train because it's a way for me to bond with them again and play with them while I was in Georgia. My mother got cancer, so I moved back in order to be able to take care of her and be around her during that time. So I was using also these opportunities to try to grow something out of it and try to grow a new opportunity. That's why I made the channel to begin with. Crazy to think that, you know, it's been 9 years that my mom's been cancer-free, which I'm insanely happy about and insanely grateful for, you know, the fact that God has still allowed her to be here on this earth. That being said, I started playing League of Legends with Giselle, because Giselle was the real reason why I started enjoying it again. She saw that I was online. I don't even remember how I became her friend online, but one way or another, I started playing a few games of League of Legends with her. And I think after a couple days of playing some game of League of Legends with her, that's when she invited Prince to play, and then the three of us were inseparable. Three of us were inseparable when it came to this game, and that's how I coined the name the Three Amigos for a good bit, because we were like the Three Amigos. So me, Giselle, and Prince. I even showed you in the last stream I showed you the first game that I played with Prince. So it's really fun. It's really fun, an enjoyable experience, kind of like looking back at this a little bit, but it's going to be hard because I know I'm going to do multiple of these and really kind of reflect on some times and try to figure out where my mentality was and how it's differed, because there's been a lot of different things I tried on this channel, I know. I think I was trying to get to the point of me and Giselle played Zion Rakan a lot when they first came out. So Zion Rakan are like this canon couple in League of Legends who were literally designed for ADC and support, and when they first came out they were insanely busted. And those were like the best times. Those are like I think the most fun times of me playing League of Legends. Were when the times where it was just me and her, there was nothing else. Everyone else was busy, and we were just chilling bot lane. I'm pretty sure I can find a video, right? Let's see if I can find a video of it. I know that's a Rakan video somewhere in here. I don't know if Rakan Support was the first one. I think I may have renamed it to Rakan Support because I was still trying to cultivate that challenge. But let me look. There's a specific reason why I don't have any music playing right now, because I'm going to forget. A lot of this I had to record, by the way. A lot of this I had to record using the LOL tool that they had, where you were able to look at replays, and you had to go through a lot of different resources even to find this tool, and then you had to save replays in order to actually do that. So I had to spend time using resources like Bandicam or screen recording software in order to actually be able to showcase this to you. I think this is one of them.
Person with a penis.
Irelia?
Jesus, 26. What the hell did he say?
Person with a penis.
Irelia?
What?
Ionian?
Hell.
Oh, okay.
Blanca saved her.
Chewbacca saved her?
Okay, so the Ionian, Master Leto was a swordsman who's teaching for...
Before I get into this, by the way, League of Legends has some of the deepest lore that you'll see out there. League of Legends is an expansive universe with a whole bunch of different characters, and Riot Games is very smart by expanding their resources and pulling in their different characters in order to be able to be like, okay, you guys can use our IP and property, our characters, in order to not only get notoriety to our game, because let's be honest, guys, as popular as League of Legends is and always will be, it's died in popularity. People move on, people stop playing the game. It's just life. There are plenty of people that are still into the game. There's still championships for it, but like, it's not as popular as it used to be. So, the one thing that does fascinate me when it comes to this is the aspect of... I lost my train of thought, guys. You are seeing it in real time. Okay, what was I saying? There we go. What I was trying to say, the one thing that really does fascinate me is the lore, the expansive lore, and how deep it goes, because it is heavy lore. It's not a small bit of lore, it's heavy lore. And they're still in the process of making an entire MMO out of the world of League of Legends. So between TV series, between video games, and different companies creating little small games here and there. Yep. Hey, look, guys, there was a small portion of time where D&D and League of Legends were supposed to be like a big thing. They're supposed to be an expansive. Because when I was playing D&D, during that weird crossover phase between D&D and LoL, we were kind of straying away from League of Legends just a little bit. We saw what was they released a PDF of some playtest material for League of Legends content, and legitimately, it was League of Legends content. It was a preview of a potential PDF that they were going to have. Now, ultimately, if I'm being honest, I'm glad that didn't go through. I'm glad it didn't go through because Wizards of the Coast is a strange company, a very strange company, and this is coming from a guy that loves Dungeons and Dragons. But Wizards of the Coast owns several different properties, and their properties are they juggle too much. They're trying too much, and they do it to the point where, you know, because one thing becomes successful, that doesn't mean all the other projects aren't failures. Okay, let's go. We're just going to do Magic the Gathering. We're going to also do League of Legends. These two, not League of Legends, Dungeons and Dragons. These two are fine, right? These two, completely fine. You could probably juggle it with the amount of employees that you had. We're going into games. Okay, we can't do it ourselves, so we're going to give it to Larian Studios. That's fine too. You're giving it to another company to work on. Of course, they probably had to go through massive approvals of trying to actually get the things that they wanted in the game to go through, but beyond the point, that was smart. They're not doing that anymore. They're already announcing that they're working on Baldur's Gate 4, or at least looking for a company to work on Baldur's Gate 4, and if they don't, you know they're probably going to try to do it themselves, which don't think that's a smart idea. They announced a game called Warlock. Haven't heard anything about that. There's a reason for it, because it's the same thing that happened with Dark Alliance when they released that. I feel like it's in the same territory of like, why are we doing 5 or 6 things at one time? Because it's just going to ultimately take the love out of one project and put it into another. I don't know what's happening. Getting back to the point, I'm glad League of Legends and Riot Games decided to step away from it, because they would have been caught in that mess somehow. And now they're just choosing the right partners, the right people to help make their games, help create their lore. I'm telling you, that Netflix check, hot. Big check that comes from Netflix. That is such a good partnership. That's mostly because they had so many good material to work with. I'm just bumping off of Giselle there. Bumping off. What does that mean?
Ruling classes in nearly every city.
Either way, we're skipping that portion because you can look at the lore yourself.
Cursed with dark Noxian necromancy.
Okay, this isn't the type of video that I was referring to, so we're going to go back and look for a specific one. I'm going to sort by oldest. Go there. I'm sure I can find. I think the Rakan thing was one of the later ones that we did too. Man, there are some really fun things that we did that I just stuck in private because I didn't want to look at them again. I didn't want to handle it. But I'm telling you, within this month, this is some things that we're going to look at and we're going to handle. You'll be seeing a lot of these things go back public. I mean, it's not like it's going to do anything. There's not really going to be anything that's filtered through the system because that's how YouTube works. YouTube isn't necessarily the most progressive when it comes to, well, a lot of things. I'll just leave it there. The Wandering Rakan, Free Rakan. Let's just go with Free Rakan. Back in the day, we had to ask people. Well, not had to. You needed to ask people. I wanted to ask people for permission to use their art, and they allowed me to do that. So really cool and fantastic art, by the way. Loved it.
A milestone. It was really hard to get this. Pressing E every day, it's a bitch. We got that. Oh, okay, so literally she's doing the same thing I am. Man, at least we looked at together.
Mm-hmm.
We are besties.
We are a relationship. Babe.
Oh. Oh, is that what they're implying? Oh. What?
I hate having friends.
We're supposed to be a girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm not ready for that commitment. Does not mean that we're in a relationship. Okay, it's okay. I don't need. Don't leave. Oh man.
These are really fun.
I'm sorry. I am sorry, Sigmund.
That took forever.
Yeah. That did feel like it hurt. I am literally here to play Shield my ADC. I mean my waifu. So what is our relationship status? Like, tell me.
They're dating.
Okay.
They're
Cool.
like lovers.
Oh, they're not engaged? I asked you,
No.
I asked her to marry me then. They're like, she said no? Damn. This
It's
dude's
only
committed.
I'm dicking around.
I didn't notice he actually comments when you ping missing.
Yeah.
They gone?
Yep.
It's absolutely fucking adorable. These guys are pretty awesome.
Where's we now?
Technology checking cooldown. Well, I am ready to go, girl. Literally wait for Sigmund.
You see how fast that came out? It's not like that nowadays. Far from
We
it.
got it! Oh, that was
I didn't have my
close.
E.
I mean, they busted everything, so
Busted.
we might expect a jungle rotation.
They busted.
Nope. Nope, 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 don't. Do not do
I'm
it.
not. Rebel. Yeah.
Man, they gave that free, bro.
Fuck. Woo! Get fucked! Oh, baby girl, baby girl, baby, baby, baby girl. Too fucking easy. Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh, I got you.
I did not mean to flash.
Yeah, I could
Oh,
tell.
That was legitimately, I saw the mistake happen. And I'm like, no, you flashed towards them.
I didn't even mean to flash at all.
I know. Your boy's got the base, okay? Your Sona doesn't have ult yet.
So much League of Legends terminology,
So,
bro.
They're waiting for ulti. She's
She
waiting
needs
for
to.
ulti to go in.
She's trying to back. I don't want her to back.
She's not going back. You know why? Because little
We can
does
fight.
she.
I'm so strong right now.
I know.
I'm gonna
I-
ward. Hold on.
She still didn't get 6. Oh, we gotta fucking fight this.
Do you have?
Here we go. Quickness. Yes! Oh. I missed my cue. The quickness. I'm coming.
See, this is really fun for me. This is literally just me and her.
Ooh, that's a naughty word.
This is just me and her enjoying the game, genuinely. Like, there's no other noises or anything like that. This is genuinely some of the most fun I've had. Between this and me and Prince playing together, I think the duo queues were the most fun I really did have playing the game. Not to say that being with an entire team of me, Joe, Giselle, Chris, I'm trying to remember, and Prince, yeah, all 5 of us, those were some good times too, but like, I don't remember finding time to edit those and being like, okay, this is great. I've always edited the ones that are really duo queues of me and my buddies playing it. So, we'll see.
Don't use the A word like that. It's crazy. Now, I thought this game was thinking it was me. How manly I really am.
I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I don't know what the hell this voice is.
How manly your what?
I really am.
alias for Con.
They don't have it worded. Oh, they do.
Silly.
You're cute, Caleb. They don't have it worded. Zed might be on our giblets.
He is though. You will not lay a hand on my beautiful wife. Uh-oh. There was that. And then, what? Was she actually gonna chase me? What the hell? Like, don't
Sorry.
try and chase me.
These are great.
Jeffrey 8088.
Something you can also tell too between the last video that I showed you guys and this video, I've definitely gained weight. You can tell by the face. I definitely have gained weight. The bad thing is just something you throughout the years I actually kind of fluctuated on my weight just a little bit. It's weird. I grew up very skinny. I think around the time that I stepped back, indulge into food. Oh, let me make sure the microphone's good. Before, when I really started to dive into food and enjoying indulging, I never really indulged before. So I gained some. I definitely gained some weight because I would hit a point where I'm just eating. I didn't find a portion of where I could stop. And then I gained weight. Then I lost weight because I don't know. I don't remember eating as much as I did. So it really was just not eating as much as I did. And then the whole cancer bit happened with my mother. And I moved to Georgia. And then that. Then that moment. And is a really good filler word, especially for me. I'm going to learn how to stop using filler words. The more I do this, the more the filler words would disappear. I gained weight then, and then I lost. I actually didn't really lose the until recently. Like the last year, actually it's probably been around 2 years where I've been taking my health a lot more seriously. Energy drinks, food, junk food, specifically junk food, that'll do that to you. And especially during that time, it was just me and my mom. I was taking care of my mom, and so when she cooked, she was cooking for me and her, and she normally makes some pretty big portions. Probably that's just how she cooks. She's able to have leftovers and conserve food. So there was no conserving at that point because I was gorging. That's how I was dealing with stress. It's also something that happens with ADHD as well. It can come in a lot of different forms. It's not just ADHD. A lot of people this is just an example that I'm using because it's just something I'm knowledgeable in. So we have a tendency to get addicted very quickly. It depends on the addiction, depends on something. Like there's always a vice of some sort. Not everybody has vices. This is just something that we have a tendency of latching onto because of the dopamine fixation. And next thing you know, just a little the amount of dopamine that goes boom 2 times the dopamine spike because you got none. You're addicted to drugs. You're addicted to alcohol. You're addicted to cigarettes. You're addicted to food. You're addicted to porn. You're addicted to, I don't know, drinking too much water. You can be addicted to anything. If you indulge too much on something, then it's going to be clearly a problem. The water thing is just a silly example I'm using, but you get the point. So, in a way, I was just eating my feelings because I was afraid of losing my mom as well. You know? That's just real. It sucks, but that's just reality. And everybody has their own things that they're struggling with, and this was also an addiction. Gaming was never an addiction for me until League of Legends came in. I was playing that for hours. This game I played for hours. Me and Prince would play for hours. Me and Giselle would play for hours. Late night gaming, holy crap. That's just something that was just like practically every day. There was only like a couple days a week where we weren't doing it. If I wasn't playing with Giselle, I was playing with Prince. If I wasn't playing with Prince, I was playing with Giselle. If I wasn't playing with Giselle or Prince, Chris and Joe would be online, and then I would hop into some games with them. It's just never ending with it. And of course, I had my other things I was doing on the side, but the core of it is this was an addiction for me. Between the food, the Adderall, the alcohol, and the League of Legends, this isn't the greatest time of my life. It's not. I look back on it because these memories are fond. These are great. These are very great. This is just me genuine. I'm not toasted or anything. This is like early in the afternoon. This is just when we're first starting to play games, and this is just a night where I believe it was just me and Giselle. We're just having fun.
Oh, what the fuck? Did not mean to do that. Fucking get her. Get her, get her, get her, get her. Oh, someone's a little pussy puss. This Sona was
Jeez.
so angry before. She was so mean and aggressive. What happened, huh?
This is silly. Also, this background track has been going on way too damn long. I could have mixed it up just a smidge. Just saying. Okay, I can't listen to this background track too much. I can't. I know it's from a game, I just don't know what game. So, the Juicy Zyra Ultimates was a good one that I had with her. I think the Wandering Rakan, I think that might be like the best video that we personally did together. I'm sure there's way more games that we had that were better than this, but
Stop watching the world. Literally the best duo right now is Zion Rakan. But since we can't do that right now, I'm just gonna slip in with that shit. Let's see if these guys are smart.
this is just me being genuinely happy playing the game. That's crazy. This is nuts to watch.
Can we get skins for them, please? Can we get Duskblade and or Duskblade and Cosmic Dusk, and you get Cosmic Dusk, and can we just be cute? I want that, cause like
Oh, this is so sweet. This is genuine. it's incredibly genuine. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is probably as genuine as I'm gonna get on this channel. At least for this content, essentially, because a lot of it's toxic League of Legends. I'm not gonna lie. I believe 95% of this content is not a toxic League of Legends. We'll of course be looking at other stuff like other games and other videos that I did, but good God, this is the majority of it.
I want a job at Disney when I get my car. I want a job but I want it as a waitress in one of their restaurants, like in Disney Springs.
Really cool. Those jobs are cool. Like I work like there's so many different areas to work at. Like I worked at the theme park, obviously. There's so many different
Facts.
areas that they worked at, and to be honest, I only know one, and that's just like the theme park rides. I worked at Disney Crest. I'm sad, man. It closed down last week.
I know, I never went to go. I always wanted to go for my birthday and I never went.
Well, Rick can't be.
And that's sad, but like, legitimately, this is just us bonding. I miss stuff like this. I need to get back in contact with her.
Just don't die.
Hey, that's a simple solution. Don't Don't be an idiot.
Oh,
Shinko!
I bleed myself.
What?
Oh,
Shinko!
Oh, nice.
Shinko!
I don't know.
Shinko! Get that bitch. Get that bitch.
I almost abandoned her.
Mad about it. You have a teleport?
Oh my god, I'm lagging like crazy.
They were gonna die.
You have to
Warwick's
find
over here.
That was a wild beginning.
How to know. What?
Why did they stay around?
Got him! Got him! Got him!
Fucking
They stayed around way too long, bro.
That is how
That's wild.
Oh man. The quickness,
Nah, I
bitch,
have
the quickness.
I have red buff now.
The quickness, bitch, the quickness.
Oh, he just let it happen.
It's such a, by the way, that's such an amazing name for an ulti. There's a reason why I love this character so much. He's just such a vibe, bro. Rakan's such a vibe. The quickness is such a sick name for like a finisher.
Can you stay at all? Yeah, you can.
That is the funniest comment every time.
What?
Oh, these guys are so fucking cute. She's like, you're already wondering if I feel like whatever the banter was. Trying to readjust my hat. Hell yeah. I know.
What did he say?
Damn. Damn.
I'm G to the D, golden diamonds, boy. That's my dog, dude. I'm sorry. This is legitimately like the embodiment of me as a League of Legends character. I love
I know what you're
Rakan so
talking
much.
about. Oh, do those commercials go like?
Also, it is fascinating because a portion of why weight gain does happen, especially with a lot of people with ADHD, is I know this is a heavy tangent pull from what we were just talking about, but it's because of the fact that some of these medications, they do have a risk of messing with our appetite for the most part. I didn't know when to stop. I thought I was always hungry. Mix that with alcohol, you get Chunky Caleb. You get Mr. Chunk Chunks over here.
Are you lonely? Do you need
And
so you can talk to me, ha? Nope.
Just skipping to portions of the video. You
Here
don't
we
need
go.
to be watching the
Quickness
whole
is
one.
coming in. Get her.
damn.
That's all good. I can't tell you how happy it is when we play this pair. This is our favorite thing we do together.
I know, I love it too. You want mana?
I'll take it. I get mana with my magic.
Okay. Whenever you see is a good time, I'll follow you.
Anytime is good there. They're so far ahead. Now it's safer to kind of stick around. He probably could have caught the. I'm talking as if I'm not this person. He probably could have caught the Varric as well. Stupid. So dumb.
I felt
I'm
it
like-
too.
Okay, now it's just me enjoying videos. Like I said, I'm proud of a lot of these videos. I'm proud of this video. I'm proud of this type of content because this is genuine. This isn't just me shitting on my friend. That, as much as I loved editing it, that is what I was doing. Those last ones with the 2v2, I was just shitting on my friend. Ha! So cool, right? But we're gonna move on. I've kind of made my point with these videos of that I do have a lot that I'm proud of. And there's some that I don't even remember. Because I did dip into some actual Let's Plays because I wanted to do Hat in Time because Hat in Time is, to get you guys knowing about my gaming profile, I love JRPGs, RPGs, platformers, some puzzle games, some. Depends on the type of puzzle game there is. Detective games are so much fun. The only type of games that I don't really enjoy are like shooter games, and I'm not exactly the biggest fan of like the big time exploration games and building games. Just not my style. I guess it's more like doesn't really hit the dopamine spike. That's that. So there was Sonic Forces that we played. Oh, I played Sonic Forces. What am I saying? We played. I played Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces was a fun experience. A really meh, not so great game with a lot of confusion. Because I remember there was a portion in that game where Knuckles is supposed to be like the head honcho, like the smart guy, and I'm just like, okay, well, not really. That's not his style. That's not who he is. He's kind of the big punch 'em up guy. But then I kind of look back at it and I'm like, he's not stupid. He can kind of pull off the role, but he's not a general. Very much not a general. Beyond the point. That's just my take on Sonic Forces. It broke my brain. Now there was a couple of this is fascinating. There was a couple of times where it was me and Prince, and we would be playing in some random games essentially. It wasn't just that. A specific video that I was very fond of, but it's very interesting now because I don't know exactly how I feel about it. Let's see, where is it at? We were playing a game. As we all do. We were playing some sort of game on this gaming channel. I think I skipped it. Because we were dummies. Well, it's not Hand Simulator. Even though I kind of want to look at that. I forgot that we did that. Man. Where's it at? Was it this early on? Was this early on? It was a game called... Pretty sure this game's probably not up anymore. Let me look. I'm going to look to see if the game... probably shouldn't do this on screen. You can see the name of the game. We'll pull up another browser for that. I don't think this game is probably out nowadays. Oh, it's still there. Interesting. Still happens to be up on Steam and stuff. Cool. Don't have to say the name of the game. It's right there. This is not necessarily the greatest time because this is not my story to tell, but we all have our issues and our vices. I don't have to say or explain it, but we had me and him would drink. And I already told you what my relationship with alcohol is, so you can kind of put two and two together. But it's a funny video. It's a fun video. We drank and we played this game. We chose a random game and we played it.
Hey, what's up? My Captain Hat's website because I'm not drunk. I'm a little drunk.
You're drunk.
We got a game called Suicide because I don't
See, I didn't have to say I didn't have to say a fucking word there. I say it for you.
know. It looks stupid enough. Why not, right?
Commit some suicide, man.
Alright, I'm gonna join your game.
No,
What is this? Oh, so are you a human?
I guess so.
I get
This
to
mute-
choose
This
between
game's stupid.
animals. I'm a kangaroo, haha. I just threw my baby at the wall. What the fuck?
No, dude, that's okay.
Oi! Oi, come on,
Oh, there you
man.
are.
Oi, oi, come on, man. Oh, come on, man. I just threw all my babies at you. I got none now.
Yeah, fight me. 1v1 me.
That's not it. It's it, but it's not it. You know what I mean? Specific moment. It's a funny moment, but you know, that's all it's going to remain.
She put her whoa.
Gabby, keep you good. Gabby, keep you. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Hold on. Caleb. Caleb, listen to me. Caleb, there's a mission we have, okay? We have to kill the animals, but we have to figure out how. You go to the left side of the map, I'll go to the right. Let's do this.
Okay, Sam. Alright.
Caleb, we have to do this.
Okay. Stop screaming, son. I got it.
These are memories that I'm fond of because they're great. They're recorded. This is the cool thing about this is that I'm able to actually be here 9 years later. 9 years later. And I'm able to like look at some of these really fun moments. I'm glad I recorded all this stuff. I'm glad that I edited some of these videos. I'm even happy that I posted some of these videos I'm not proud of because it does help me reflect on my mentality of who I was and what my choices were during this time. So it's fascinating for me. Absolutely fascinating. And it also helps with mentality, with the mentality like you have, or I have, or we all have. Something to reflect on a little bit, you know? We all have our thing. Okay. There's support and chill, and even then I was talking about, you know, my mind and how it works. I wasn't really talking about it like I should. I was vague with it because, you know, I didn't know how to actually talk about it. But there is another fascinating game that we recorded. It was called Critica. Critica Online is a fascinating game. Fascinating, and it's fascinating for multiple reasons. I just recently did my research on Critica, and this MMO has been revived, I think, 3 more times after this. So it's had 4 lives, and it technically has an app game. And it's a derpy game, but it's honestly a lot of fun because it was more of like this anime beat 'em up MMO. And there's just some weird, fascinating lore and the life of Caleb and this channel and, you know, our friend group with Critica. As much of it is a random bizarre anime game, it's kind of dope at the same time. I'm going to click it because we're talking about it now because, you know, it would make sense for us to look back on it. And I look back and I think we're like one of the few people who have the some original Critica footage. How good is it? I'm sure it's awful. But
Oh, this character. I like this character. A pleasure to see.
why do you like this character? Caleb, why do you like this character? Hey, buddy, why do you like this character? Oh, I wonder why. First of all, she does have a really cute design. But that's as far as I'm going to take that.
you again.
Come on.
I'm the warehouse man.
A lot of dead air. I hope there's not that much dead air on my end right now, but there's a lot of air.
We won't be talking to you
in this
anytime
video.
soon. You have 1/2 of glasses. Do you just
Dude,
need?
that's perfectly fine.
Do you just need them from one eye, or do you need them from both eyes? God, sometimes I wish you MMOs would try a little bit more. My goodness, that's bad. Got any? It's hard to get good voice actors. It's not. If you want to help us, you can help us.
Not me shitting on voice actors that are just trying to get their voice out there. Whatever.
I know it's hard to get good voice acting.
Hey, look!
It's not easy. I get it.
I
And I
mentioned
know
it.
for the most part that's not the basic purpose of this game. God, sometimes I wish you MMOs would try a little bit more. My goodness, that's bad. Got any spare war parts? Warbot parts? Game.
Aside from
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, which is kind of
There are
cool.
too many generic ones though.
Yeah, but given the fact that there's so many unique ones, I guess it's kind of got you down.
Yeah.
Before the Titans hit the watchtower, like all these guys look cool. Wee, I jumped over.
I actually edited this video. What?
Wee,
I was
oh
expecting
my
to have to
God,
do it
how am I
myself.
able to do this?
But
Look at my heights. Look at the jumps I got.
you got hops, bro?
I can literally clear this thing.
Wait, I can walk.
Look
through
how bad the
buildings.
footage is. Damn.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
These little huts,
Excuse
I can
me.
just walk clear through them.
Oh, I can do it too.
What the fuck?
It's beta. It's beta. It's
I
beta.
know. Why?
I didn't realize that we were playing during beta.
I
The beta phase.
No, 'cause they haven't-
was just like, fuck yeah,
Dude, look at me.
good. First, like,
I want to get to the gameplay.
Fastest Maker is dead, so I need these.
It's a little bizarre. I know they're looking for
Maybe-
like a unique look, but that's maybe.
This was the meat of the game right here, the actual gameplay, which was fascinating.
Dude, they have an intense mode.
Yeah, I don't think you're ready for intense. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know about that, yeah.
Ah, you're right. Let's just jump into it.
Like, I'm a
Go for a
warrior,
turn.
man. I need to go intense mode.
Uh-oh,
There's
look
no
at
other
these
way.
guys.
Alright, like I said,
It's a mix of like a beat 'em up culture. Imagine if Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was an MMO. It's kind of what it feels like. Just a little bit, with a little bit more of the free roam element. Granted, all you're doing is joining and like banging on keys and stuff in order to actually attack the damn characters. But I thought it had a decent concept and it was pretty cool. Only people that really have footage of this anymore. I don't see any footage of Critica besides the people who were reviewing classes. That's all I really see. So it's kind of nostalgic for somebody out there.
Damn it, you killed all of them, asshole.
Hey. How are you?
I'm
This
doing
is the
great.
weather night. What the fuck?
What?
There's this one character that's kind of like memeable for us that we quote to this day. I want to at least get to that because, I don't know. Come on.
We
No,
need
no.
your help. We'll defeat Avalon. No, he's probably not.
I did the same voice, yeah.
Your skills can make a difference. I'm skipping. Man, I'm sorry. As much as I would
The
love
storyline is so engrossing. What do you mean?
It's bad.
it's not that.
We've learned so much about the world and why we're in it. The people that love it,
This character.
the people that hate it.
At first, I thought this guy was flicking me off. But that's
He
not.
probably is.
This place, all the cooking and mining gods. I'll take the slap. I'll take the slap of waves and the creak of ships on the open sea any day. This is my kind of guy. This is the best character so far.
There it is.
And that instantly ruined it.
Damn, but I missed the sea.
Got it. You got it. That instantly ruined it for me. I'm too picky with voice acting. That's the thing. At least when you
Damn,
see
but-
Universal Online, it just made me laugh so hard. This is just bad. I'm sorry.
They didn't have many
Go in the
resources.
water. What do you mean?
Wait a minute. What?
There's a whole bunch of water here. Water, but walk on the water. This time we're doing.
Oh, please.
I think the whole next episode we're just literally memeing on the same guy the entire time. The damn son, I miss the sea. We say that quote to this day because it's funny. NPC dialogue is funny. Bro, when I was playing DC Online at one point, there's this one Beastamorph or whatever the hell they're called, like the Rhino guys. I would always go back to them And just to hear this one guy that goes, "I serve Cersei," because I want to know one guy. I want to know the guy that did that, and it's probably some guy in the production office or one of the game developers that are like, "We don't have money for voice acting for these random NPCs. Go ahead and do a voice. You want to do a voice? Yeah. Literally sounds just like that. In fact, I think I did a video on it. So I'm gonna search up Cersei. There it is. It's not good. No, my content's not made for kids. If it was, it'd be a very different channel.
And now, I present to you the greatest voice acting to ever be held inside an MMO. Lieutenant Paladin. Behold, all
Poor
you
guy.
need. He really makes the character come to life. The range.
Also, I'm just picking on one guy. Picking on one random guy. He's not supposed to be important. He only needs one line. Leave him the fuck alone, Caleb. It's just like a tick in my brain. You know, in ADHD, you just have, you know, things that replay in your skull randomly. Damn, son, I missed the C. Alright, sorry, I'm sorry, sir. Like, NPCs just, like, they stick in my mind. I don't know what it is. That's the only thing I can do with MMOs. Is just, like, really think about that kind of stuff. Sad, but that's true. Okay, so, without going too heavy into it, I think we've been doing this for a good bit, about an hour and 12 minutes, which would be a decent time to stop pretty soon. I want to see if there's anything in particular. I went over the thing I wanted to go over, which was an analysis on my own mind, where my brain was, and, you know, I do want to say that, you know, even though he probably is not going to watch this, and I've already apologized to him, I do apologize deeply for, you know, the way I treated Chris during these videos, because he did not deserve that. He was a good friend. And I use him as content bait. He didn't care. He probably encouraged it. Beyond the point. This is what we're not going to do. We're not going to punish ourselves. I'm not going to punish myself for that. No, we ain't doing that. I take care of my hair in a little bit too. I might go outside and get myself one more good workout in before I take a shower, but I think that might be where we're done. The 2v2s were really good. I know one thing that Prince was very fond of was the ADC no kill withdrawal syndrome, which was the only time, I think a couple times he tilted. But like, that's just like the one time that he tilted. I think that was literally it. That's it. But we don't need to go over that now, do we? We don't really need to. So I think that's going to be where we stop. Yeah, I did what I planned on doing. These are going to be random, sporadic, and I don't know when I do it. Sometimes it'll be twice a day, sometimes it'll be 0 times a day, sometimes it won't be like once a week, I don't know. But whenever I have the inspiration, I'm just going to sporadically do it and be Caleb. So, thanks for watching, and I don't know. You'll see me soon. Bye.